everyone, welcome back. Today we are in The Sims 4 again doing another build video, but today I decided to bring back like an old series that I started. I don't really know if it was a series, I kind of did a few videos like basing off of different styles of houses. I did it like a while ago, I did some a Greek house, I did a Spanish house I think. I can't remember, but today I decided to just do another one, but do it as another Greek one, but I think it's like modern Greek, or I think it's called, or I need to actually get the name, but I guess it's like Greek houses but in like American style, so like they've taken the Greek style and then Americanized it, I guess. So you always got like the big pillars, which are very like, you know, Colosseum, is that what they're called? No, that's what they're Colosseum. I forgot what they're called. But the big Greek, you know, pillars, Greek revival houses, sorry, that's what it's called. Greek revival. So you got obviously the big pillars at the front, and then it's very white as well, a lot of the houses. But then they kind of like have shutters that kind of bring in like a pop of colour to the house from the outside. So that's what I ended up doing. I ended up changing the windows from what they are now, because when I finished it I looked and I was like, oh, this is like very plain. So that's what I kind of based it off of. Just trying to bring in a pop of colour with the shutters. I actually used a lot of base game as well for this, for the outside at least, just because it ended up being like the base game had like the perfect kind of windows and stuff like that. So yeah, but this is me deciding what pillars to use, what windows to use, and I decided to go with blue. I could have picked some like other colours, like it didn't have to be like blue shutters, but I thought because it's like Greek, it made sense to me to go for like blue, I guess, just to bring in more of that style, for me personally. But yeah, so adding all the windows, I do change the shutters for the front of the house, just because originally they were fine, but like I thought they just took up like too much, so I do change them to smaller ones. And yeah, I do spend a bit of time on the outside actually for this video, just to make sure, because I mean the inside is like just the inside of a house, but like the main focus was like the outside of the build, so to get that Greek revival style. So added a bunch of trees, so I could keep the trees for the same sort of world that we're in, because I think I'm a nucleist for this build, and so keep those kind of trees, and because it's not meant to be like a Greek house, it's meant to be like a Greek revival, so it's not actually like in Greece, this type of house. It meant that like it kind of had to feel like less of that kind of from the like outside as well, like the landscaping and stuff. But yeah, moving on to the inside though, I stuck with the theme from the outside to the inside with the blue and white, and I ended up making the house actually bigger because it is actually quite a small home. Like it looks quite big, but it's actually quite small. So it's only actually a 1-bedroom house, and basically everything's downstairs and then you go upstairs to the bedroom. So yeah. So that's what I ended up doing, so I just made the house a little bit bigger so I could fit everything I wanted to, because I wanted like a decent sized kitchen, because it was, when the original size it would have meant it had to be like a tiny kitchen, and I was like, oh, you know, it's because it looks like it's such a big house and instead of like a tiny like little inside, it's kind of sad, so ended up going with that, to make it just a bit bigger. And obviously, like I said, went for the colour scheme from the inside to the outside, mainly because, you know, the windows are blue as well from the inside, so it would be kind of weird if I didn't bring the blue into the furniture and stuff. So that's what I ended up doing. And then just added some like plants in this corner here, just to fill up that like weird space, I guess. And then I do add a dining table as well to this build, but then I just kind of leave the dining table then come back to it because I wanted to work out how much space I would have for it because after doing the living room. So the living room is actually quite big as well. I did 2 large seats, couches I guess, and then 2 single seats as well, just to it just worked. And then obviously finishing off the dining room now, but yeah, back to the living room. Have a fireplace in this build as well, just thought it made sense. And I also filled up some empty wall space. And then just finishing off the lounge here, just adding some final touches, adding some like flowers. Do add a TV above the fireplace as well, just because it was really the only place to put it anyway, and it also fit there perfectly. I do also change the columns, as you can see I'm doing right now, just because I found these ones and I thought they gave off more Greek vibes, and they were more similar to like what the houses that I was basing it off of were using, like the big sort of like those type of ones, like not just a straight pillar, like they kind of start off bigger then go smaller, so I did end up using those instead. And then it was also the pillar that I used to connect the stairs, so it wasn't like the stairs were just hanging in space. And they added some ottomans. This house ended up being very blue, as you can see, but I mean it's a nice kind of blue, it's like a nice royal blue, so it's not really a blue I would typically use, so it's quite a nice change for me going into, because I just don't normally tend to go for like a darker blue if I'm doing blue. I go like if I'm going to a dark blue, I wouldn't go like this like navy, no, not navy, I guess royal blue. So yeah, adding some like kind of clutter around to fill up that wall space, because the wallpaper I used was quite plain. Like it's got the detail at the bottom, but it's not like there's nothing like above, it's got that like grey blue, and it's kind of, you kind of need stuff there to like fill up that space. And just finishing off the kitchen and stuff now, and adding curtains all around. Use these base game ones that fit perfectly on the windows. So yeah, moving on to the upstairs. Obviously you have to do a bathroom, because you need a bathroom in a house, and then have, like I said, I brought the colour scheme back from the outside into the inside. Found this beer where I thought worked perfectly, like it had some wood tones to match the floor, and it had the dark blue with some white on it, so I was like, this is perfect. It's a nice looking bed as well, and I also do add like a little desk upstairs as well, so there's a computer and stuff like that in this build as well, for your Sims to be able to do stuff like that. Just went for a white and blue kind of theme as well for that. Got the white desk with the blue chair, and then went for this Dreamer Decorator rug for under the bed, and some plants and everything just to fill up the space as well. For the bathroom as well, I brought the theme in there. I found this like shower that was like the perfect colour scheme as well, with the blue tiles. Had to find like a layout though, because I wasn't quite sure where I wanted the door going into it, but eventually I was like, oh, I'll put it onto the side with the bed is, instead of going where the stairs are, just because it just worked out better with the windows and stuff. So yeah, nothing really else to this build. Just adding the final touches now. I put a little couch upstairs that just worked with that little like nook there. So yeah, and added some clutter and stuff to the build, and all that fun stuff. So I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, let me know, and I'll see you guys again soon with another video. Bye.